Everything seems to be working good. Hello, hello, and welcome. All right, so for today, it's gonna be more working on the little Jinx props here. I'm super excited to get more to complete these little guys. The next steps now. Last time I did all the shiny silver paint. Now it's on to the oil wash because this paint looks a little too chrome, a little too shiny for Miss Jinx. And we're going to make it dirty and gritty. I'm going to show you today how to do that. So I will put these aside for a second. Hey, and it's Win. Hi, Win. How you doing? So first for the silver, we're going to use two different kinds of oil paints today. For the silver, I'm going to use a little bit of ivory black. And put that in the palette. And then for the copper color, going to use a bit of, you know what? No, I'm not going to, because this won't line up right. I'm actually going to use burnt umber for the copper. Good, I'm glad you're doing good, Win. Or doing all right is better than bad, so that's good. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I am very, very busy. I just have a lot going on. I swear every weekend I have something going on. So I have a lot of shows to get ready for, products to make. Yeah, I got a lot on my plate. But it's all good stuff, so I can't really complain. All right, and then so I'm going to start with the silver. So the silver requires black, and you know what? I'm actually going to put it in here. I have actually blank space. And I'm going to make it super watery with turpentine. And I have a napkin here, and we're going to see why I'm going to need the napkin in a minute. So I'm going to grab a brush that absorbs. We want a brush that takes in a lot of turpentine, that just like, so not a rough brush, a soft brush. And then that soft brush really saturate that oil paint with turpentine, getting it super liquidy. Yeah, that's looking good. All right, I'm gonna put this aside. You know what? I'm actually gonna flip my palette. Hey, Evo Leia. Hi, Evo Leia. How you doing? I'm gonna put these right here. Oh, there's nothing weird. It's like just like one of those like collage manga. No, nothing weird. I wouldn't be wearing it if there said anything weird. All right, so now I'm gonna take my. Sorry, I'm still adjusting myself, getting comfortable. I'm gonna take my very watery or very saturated turpentine paint, and I'm gonna shove it right here in the crevices of these props. And then I'm going to take my napkin and I'm going to make a little corner like so. And then I'm going to just wipe it. And I'm not so much wiping it away, I'm like really like forcing it to be in those corners. And this is how you do an oil wash. It's so, like, and see, there's so much dimension that already happens. Good. I'm glad you're doing good, Evolea. Yeah, and sitting with your popcorn, enjoying watching. See, I told you, it's like this part is super, super satisfying. And I wanted a couple more of these props to do today, but I just never got around to painting anymore. So, yeah. I tried to work on painting it a little bit before the stream, but oh well. That's okay. Yeah, I really like how much this oil wash technique, especially for getting dimension for dirty, gritty type props. And this is oil paint, so it will take some time to dry. It'll probably take, since it's pretty thin and there's a lot of turpentine in it, it'll probably take like the day to dry. Not horribly long, but I just can't touch it in that time. So I gotta find a good place for it where no one will touch it. And when I mean no one, I mean the cat. I feel like I have a fuzzy. Sorry, the cosplay ear factory is back up and running. So that means that there is fur floating around. No! Why'd you lose? What happened to the ghost popcorn emoji? What happened to it, Win? Do emojis just like come on and like pop in and out? Like, are they something that can be added and removed without anyone's? I didn't even know that. I thought when emojis were there, they're just there. Oh, I know, Evolea. So true. Yep, that's how I'm feeling right now. That there's a lot I need to get done. And not much time to do it. See? Look at that. Already. Now it's looking more like something Jinx would make, right? It's looking a little less chrome, a little less cheesy sci-fi. I I like the rave gummy bear, Evolea. I like that rainbow rave gummy bear. Sorry. I know the placement's weird because this thing, it's like like trying to keep it in the in this viewpoint of the camera. And if you're someone who's like wanting to make cosplay props but you don't have like a whole lot of oil paint, yes, I have the big oil paint tubes. That's because I paint all the time. But if you're someone who's like, no, I just want the oil paint to do these oil paint washes, honestly, the tiny tubes will last you forever and ever and ever. You don't use actually that much oil paint in this technique. It's because it's so watered down on the turpentine. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you for posting the Discord. So, how was everyone's weekend? What you all do? Well, I know, Win, what you part of what you did this weekend, because I saw you at Gambate. Which, by the way, was a really, really awesome show. Um, I really enjoyed that pop-up con, and I saw success in it. Or I had success. So I definitely want to do more in the future for sure. I'm gonna keep my eye out for more mini cons like that to have a booth at. Oh, yay! I'm glad that you had fun, Win. Yay, that makes me happy. Makes me happy to hear you had fun. Yeah, and it was kind of a nice change of speed to do only one, like a single day con, you know, where I go in and set up, work the con, and then tear down and go home. Like, I kind of liked it. I mean, nothing wrong with the 3-day cons or anything like that. Like, I'm still going to like be there for the bigger shows, but it was kind of a nice change of speed for once in a while. I'm not gonna lie, it felt weird coming home, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have to go back to con tomorrow. It did feel a little like strange in the evening time. And it was small, it was cute. I think there was only like 40 or 50 vendors, something like that. So, but it was like perfect speed. Everyone was super sweet. I had really nice neighbors. There we are. Ah. I don't know, I really love how much dimension this gives with very little effort. Because normally to get something like this, you know, there's lots of blending involved and lots of different colors. And no, it's so easy. And you know what? I think it even looks more like metal, like this. Like that tarnished kind of silver look. else do anything fun this weekend? Anything else? Does anyone have anything fun planned for this week? It is the week of Valentine's Day. Which reminds me, I know I was kind of teasing in my last streams that I would maybe possibly do a really cute Valentine's like art piece. And yes, I think that would be really cute. I would love to say yes to it, but I have so many projects right now that unfortunately I don't think this week I'm gonna do like tomorrow. That's when I was planning on doing like, oh, I'll think of a cutesy project. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to tomorrow. Just because of the amount of projects that I have to get done. For my shows, I have other things that take like priority. I know, and I hate it because I was kind of like looking forward to doing something cute, um, and festive, and I love doing things for the season, but I had to let go of some projects. And when I mean let go, I mean like put on hold some, and it's like, okay, which projects are actually like top priority? And the top priority needs to get those top places. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, everyone. But I'll make entertaining streams no matter what. So not to worry. You get to see my love for art. How about that? Nacho! Hi, Nacho. How you doing? There is green paint on here. I don't even know where the green paint came from. Oh well. It's Jinx. It can have green paint on it. It's also what I love about these props so much, or just like making a Jinx cosplay in general, is if you ever mess up or do anything like, whoops, why'd that happen? Why'd that get dirty? It just makes it better, because it's just Jinx. It makes it better. She got a little green paint on this one. Alright. Cool. Yes, I agree with you when we do love art in this house. There we go. Like to make sure to get it all in every nook and cranny I can. No spot untouched. Making sure it's like all good. Everything. There we go. Going up on top. Yeah, really like also with this oil wash, it's like not to be afraid of really like getting that color in there. Yep, there we go. And then I'm just double checking, making sure I'm not missing any spots. Nope, that looks good. What do y'all think? It's looking better and more gritty, huh? Alright, so now that's off to the side. Right there. I'll come... you know what? Since we're on the top, might as well get the top done. At first I was like, I'll give it a second, but you know what? Nah, I'll do the copper wash now. So just washing my brushes. Thank you, Wen. Thank you. Hey, that's what I'm going for. I'm going for that very metallic metal look. And for the copper color, I'm going to take some raw umber and do the same exact thing here. Got my raw umber here, making it super watery by adding the turpentine. I should probably not have worn a white shirt today with this. I'm gonna be painting with oil paints. White shirt sounds fine. I did not think that through at all. Whoopsies. Oh well, if I get paint on it, it'll add character. Alright, so gonna put that aside. Wetting my brush in turpentine, getting that nice and watery, as you can see here. Alright, and then the same thing. Just gonna go in with my napkin. I gotta be careful with this side now because it has oil paint on all the corners, but that's okay. And if I get some on my hands, oh well. I'm an artist. And then I kind of just like partially wipe away and also partially blend. There we go. See? Pretty easy. Pretty easy and super effective. Great way for adding dimension with little effort. And when I'm doing these oil washes, I really try to pay attention to like what is already my like color that I am, like what is my metallic color and what color when it tarnishes, what is that? So that's why with the silver I went with black, because silver kind of tarnishes more of a black color, more like a darker gray, graphite, shadowy. But copper, I still wanted it to look brown, so that's why I went with the burnt umber. So before you do this, think about what your metallic color is and what color it should be. Burnt umber is also really good for like if you're doing like some kind of bones. Yeah, oil wash on like foam bones looks really cool. Like if you're making cosplay bone armor, really cool. That or burnt sienna, depends on the character. If it's more of like a reddish color, burnt sienna. But if it's more dirty and like earthy, raw umber. So what is anyone working on any art projects alongside me? Do you care to also share what projects you're working on? I'm curious, what is everyone else working on today? Or at least what projects right now, if you're working on anything. Now this is kind of tricky how to get the underneath. Hey, it's Rat. Hi, Rat. How you doing? Working on some oil wash today to add dimension to these Jinx props. Which this is probably one of my favorite techniques in like foam smithing. All right, there we go. I want to make sure. Oh, I still have to do the speaker. Nice, nice. All right. What kind of program did your mom give you? It sounds like it's like drawing faces. It's super cool, Win. Heck yeah. Yeah, faces are hard. It's definitely something you gotta constantly practice at. Um, like even me, I can I can make pretty people, like draw pretty people, but doing actual portraits to get that person to look like that person, I can't do that. And even if I take like a little break from just like even drawing like characters or faces, when I get back into it, I'm like, oh boy, I'm rusty. So yeah, no, that's a skill you're just constantly working at. There we go. All right, now I did the little speaker, all the copper parts. I don't think I missed anything. Yeah, I think I can put this one aside to dry. That's cool though, Win. That's cool. Hey, and how's that painting that your brother commissioned you? How's that coming along? That'll be a good project to work on. Yeah, no, and tutorial videos, those are good too. There's tons online. There's no shortages of drawing facial expressions and faces and different angles. No shortage online. All right. So now I will put this one aside. How about I work on the mouth next? Ooh. Chomp, 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 chomp. I'm gonna get some more black paint and water it down with the turpentine. Aw, I'm sorry, Win. You're off to a rough start with that commission. But you know what? Keep working at it. Keep moving forward. Also keep in mind that yes, all art has an ugly face, which I know you know, but I'm telling you to remind you that um even if it's looking not so great, just keep going. Just keep working at it until it's how exactly like it. You know what? There's something so satisfying about that too. When like project isn't going your way. Oh boy, I added way too much black ink. Ah! Hold on. But there's something satisfying when it's like you're solving a problem, you know? And when something's not going your way, but you keep working at it until you do get it to how you like it, and then when you accomplish that, it's so exciting and so satisfying. You're like, yes, I did it. I figured it out. And you know what? Those are the types of projects that you learn, that you grow the most as an artist. There we go, just a little bit left. Ooh. Pretty. Dirty and gritty and all that stuff. Yeah, you got this, Win. You got this. See, look at the difference from the before to the after. Ah, yep. This is why I like oil wash. So cool. And for not doing much. I know I'm spending a lot of detail on this little job, but I got a vision. I'm like, wait a second. Focus. Ooh. Ooh. It is. It is a big difference. Yeah, I'm actually really happy too. I get to show this process in real time because I don't know, I think it almost shows it off better than like sped up. There we go. Ha ha ha. We got the jaw. All right, now the bottom half with all these little drills to go around. Yep. These little bolts, they are an interesting detail to work around. Yep, and just the same thing. Going around. I almost feel like maybe I need to find a new way of folding this napkin to get into all these nooks and crannies. I might just get a new napkin. Let's see. Cause see how like want to be able to get in there. Hold on. I might find a way. There we go. Found a clean part of the napkin. No, this one, the clove marked boom is behind me. It still needs to be painted silver. But I can save that one for on stream if you want me to. And I don't have Miss Clove with me today. No. She's in the other room, taking a cat nap. Kind of didn't really want her in the room while I was working on these, because I'm trying to get these done as soon as possible. Yeah, the client I've been making these for, she's been very patient, and I really appreciate her for her patience. Oh, the one who commissioned. Yeah. I mean, I've told her about the streams. If you're here, hello. But I have no idea if she's popped in or not. If she has, she hasn't let me know. I know in the morning it's kind of tricky for a lot of people because a lot of people are at school or at work right now. But mornings work best for me too. But at least I got the VODs up on my YouTube, so don't really get to miss out too much. All right. So about halfway through. Yeah, and as you can see, the little bolts, they're kind of tricky to get around. It's kind of like when I was like painting them on that first layer that was just the matte paint. and like I'll miss little sections and that kind of stuff. I want to make sure I don't miss anything. No spot left untouched. Yeah, and then the rest of today's plans is to keep working on these, and I have lots and lots of ears to make. So I gotta work on making ears. Ooh, I really like it. I like where this is going. Yep, and pretty much, so that's my plans, is to work on this, get ears done. I don't know if any of you would mind if I worked on some ears sometimes on stream. That actually might help me out, get some workload done. I could show you how I glue them together and cut the fur, how I design each pair, how I make them as durable as possible, which that's always everyone's concern. And I'm like, no, I reassure everyone, you know, I put a lot of time and care and heart into each piece, and I don't want it to break. Like, no, that's not the point. I want them to be enjoyed and worn lots of times, you know? And I know it's like to be a cosplayer and have your cosplay break on the con floor, and it sucks. I don't want that to happen to anyone, you know? The point is to have fun, not worry if your cosplay is gonna stay together or not. All right, all right. So I got one vote for to make some ears on stream from Win. Almost done. So just to put a timestamp on how long it's taken me to make one of these, I kept track. It's an hour to cut out the pieces, an hour, 2 hours to assemble one, 30 minutes of sanding, 30 minutes uh, of like putting in filler, fixing little mini gaps, priming. I mean, I'll do all of them all at once. It's hard to say for just one, but that's also like an hour-long process. And then painting the base, 2 hours. Doing an oil wash, like an hour, hour and 20. It adds up quick when you start thinking of it like that. It's a lot of work for these little guys, but definitely worth it. Yeah, so, and that, it's not even done too. Yeah, let's think. 1 hour cutout, 2 hours gluing, 30-minute sanding, and then an hour filling, an hour of priming, and then 2 hours of painting, and then about a little over an hour of oil wash. So yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. So roughly a little over 8 hours so far into just one boom. 8 hours. Yeah, so if that sounds like fun to you, I have the patterns up on my Etsy. Yep, pretty much win. Pretty much. And just think too, I've done these before, so this is faster process than what my first ones were, because my first 3 were totally experimental, and anything experimental takes way more time. Yeah, I don't even know how many hours I put into just the pattern making alone. Because, like, I don't have, like, 3D computer knowledge or anything. Like, a lot of people who make patterns have, like, some kind of, even for, like, foam smithing and stuff, not 3D printers, but they still have, like, a 3D printing like, a 3D model software that can help them make the pattern, where you can, like, make an object 3D and then turn it into 2D. Piece it all together and that kind of stuff. But I don't have that. So it's even a longer process for me. It's almost like I have to visualize a thing, and it's like, okay, what would it look like if it was flattened? But then I have to take that flattened object, glue it together to make a 3D object. So definitely an interesting process. There we go. Okay, so the oil wash, looking at the time, only took me an hour. Ooh, pretty. And then now I'm gonna let this dry. And after it's done drying, so it'll probably take like a day. So I'm gonna just let it sit there for the rest of the day, come back to it tomorrow, and then I can paint on all the like painted details that Jinx puts on there, like the graffiti kind of art, and the splatter paint. And I'll also paint the eyes on these little guys too. And then assemble. Yeah, I think that sounds cool, Win. Yeah, keep practicing. The more you practice, the more you'll get better. All right. Well, I got all my pieces here. You know what? Since we are here, I'm going to flip over these and do the underneath side. And unfortunately, so normally in this case, I would assembly line them and I would just grab the next prop and continue the same process. But I never got to painting silver on any of the rest of the objects, so I'll just do that now for the remainder of the time. Once I'm done with this jaw here. There we are. All right. Dirty. It looks dirty. Who's texting me? Okay. And I'm just gonna do the other side. There we go. I do want to add a little bit more. I'm like, wait, I think I want to add just a little bit more something something. Welcome back, Win. Didn't miss much. I'm still on the oil wash. There we go. I'm gonna touch up right there. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. There we are. So, just gonna let these sit and dry. Just gonna let these sit and dry for a little bit. When I mean a little bit, I mean the entire rest of the day. Come back to them tomorrow, and I'll see if I'll paint them on tomorrow's stream. We'll see, we'll see. It'll depend on how wet the oil paint still is. If the oil paint's still wet, I can't move on to the next step. I can't do the graffiti art. Which is okay. I have a million other projects I can do. Not the end of the world at all. But for this to work, because I don't want the graffiti art to kind of blend into this tarnished oil wash look. So, yep. It's a process. Gotta trust the process. Alright, this brush is now clean. Clean, clean, clean. Alright. I did not take a sip of water that entire time. All right. So I will put these aside because they're going to dry. And now, well, this whole thing's like, yeah, it'll be fine. You see my hands? Dirty. All right, I'll pull out now. I have like napkin fuzzies from the napkin. I have these booms here. Oh, I started painting the copper on this one before the stream, try to get stuff done. Whoa, I almost put turpentine in the acrylic paint. It's like reaching for the turpentine. Water down this acrylic paint. You know, I don't know what would really happen if you put turpentine in acrylic. I know that the turpentine somewhat breaks down what like acrylic paint. So acrylic's very hard on brushes, and there have been times where they become super stiff from like overuse painting of acrylic, and so I'll dip them in turpentine and kind of wash them in there and then let them sit, and it helps like break them up. So I don't think it would be very good to the paint if you're actually trying to paint with it. So in the commission, she commissioned me to make 2 of these props. So this is the second one. First one almost done. Second one close behind. I know, right, Nacho? It's just oil paint. It's fine. I'll wash my hands later. Nacho, how's your day going? How are things? Only respond if you're not in the middle of doing something or driving. If you don't respond, I'll assume you're like driving or something. Yep, and just doing now this second layer. Yep, and I'm just going along. So same thing, just want to like get this copper solid before adding metallic to it. Oh, and also on my list of projects, I'm going to make more horns. I'm actually low on my cosplay horn stock. They've been popular. People really like them, and that makes me so happy that people do like them. It was actually a really sweet, a fellow cosplay friend got a set of horns from me, and I was like, "Aw." I feel touched. I do. I feel very honored and very touched. I need to remix the copper color that I'm using here. So, just in case that you've forgotten, I'll show you how I make it. I'll show you again. So, a little bit of white. Yes, and I'm still trying to use up the white that was at the bottom of that container from last time. Still trying to use that up. There's just a little bit left, and then I'll go on to a new tube. Trying to use up what I got. And then I got a little bit of yellow. And a little bit of burnt sienna. And then I'm going to take those three paint colors and mix. And I keep mixing until I find a color that I am happy with. Yeah, like I like this color right here. This is a good color. I like it. What kind of movies do you think Jinx would watch? Ooh, good question, Nacho. I don't know. You know what? I could see her being a really big horror fan. Like, just loves all the horror movies. Disaster movies? Yep, I could see that. like those post-apocalyptic kind of movies with destruction stuff, or action movies. Yup. I could see that. Kaiju movies? Yes. Yeah, I could see Jinx being the like type to like the ginormous lizards. There we go. Now doing the tricky part of this one, which is painting underneath. I know it's this and like edges. Anywhere else is like so much easier with this copper color. And every surface gets paint because you can see it from all sides. There's no hiding with sculpture. There's no, don't look on that side. Nope. I want every part to be good. All right. And, oh, wait, I almost forgot about the speakers. Derp, derpity derp derp derp. I forgot about the speakers. Not the speakers. How else are these chomps supposed to speak and talk? Huh? Caitlin would. I agree. I agree with you, Win. She only wants the fanciest and the nicest and the classiest. And see, this part's tricky too. Like getting around all these edges. All right. And there is those little silver bolts that I forgot about. I don't know how I forgot, but I did. So I'm gonna have to mix those. Just some simple white and gray, nothing special. I'm not too picky on the color, especially that it's just like a dab. Such a small piece. Do you know when I was cutting the little foam pieces out, I kept losing the parts to this bolt? Because it's so small. Just kept losing them. And then I would find them randomly. And no, it's not Clove's fault. It wasn't Clove who was taken off with them. Clove was taken off with the bigger pieces. She's like, tiny piece of foam? Nah, I want a big piece of foam. There we go. Nacho Heimerdinger has McDonald's energy. Or maybe in or out. In and out. Yeah, I could see him liking his burger and fries. Now I got that visual in my head and now I want to draw it. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When Vi would save up to take Caitlin to Olive Garden thinking it's fancy. And then Caitlin would be like, I thought you planned a nice fancy date. And Vi would be like, I did. She'd be like, this is not fancy. And she's like, what do you mean? They give you free breadsticks. Or Chili's or IHOP. No. Nacho. Vi's goes to IHOP after like a night of drinking. She's one of those people. And be like, the bar's closed. Where you want to go? IHOP. You know, I could see that too when Caitlin's secretly liking In and Out. Nacho. Vi is Waffle House at 3 a.m. energy. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. And no one is to approach her, get in the way of her Waffle House waffles. My god. I'm picturing all these super clear too. Now I want to paint these. Thanks, guys, for giving me more project ideas. See, if I did digital art, I would quickly do like a dumb little sketch of this and like color it and everything, like make like a little comic of it. Those skills are beyond me, but I I have the picture in my mind. I can picture it. You know, when I don't know if I would do the kids' meal, but Jinx would definitely, especially with Isha, they would both get kids' meals. Absolutely. I feel like they would just rob the fast food joint for those kid meals. They'd be like, who's hungry? Jump through the drive-through window. Take some burgers, take some prize toys, and leave. Yes. She's like, I want my little toys. Jinx would too. She would definitely be like, I want the toy that comes with the meal. Absolutely. Can't cheap out on that. There we go. Look at it. It's so shiny. So shiny. It's chrome. Yep, it actually feels good to be making progress on the second boom now of this commission piece. Yep. So this will be just doing some touch-ups, looking where it needs touch-ups. And also too is a little tip of trick. Tip of trick. That's a new word. Oh, a little tip here is the more layers of metallic I put, the shinier it gets. So these ones, these booms are not terribly shiny, but I definitely want that like metal feel. So, I am gonna just do one layer of silver, but if I was doing some kind of prop that I wanted it to be extremely shiny, I would do several coats of this metallic. And then also too, I would go on top with a top coat of Mod Podge. That'll make it really shiny. Oh, I like working with Mod Podge. It's nice. I like that order meal win. That's funny. I'll have 20 nuggets, a large fry, a large Coke, plus the toy. Yup. I can see it. I can see the comic. It's brewing in my head. See the visuals, the facial expressions, everything. Shiny. It really looks like shiny and chrome on the live stream, how the camera is like taking in the light. It's like super shiny. I swear in real life it doesn't look that shiny, but I kind of like it this shiny. I'm glad that the camera picks it up in this way. All right. So I will wash my brush, put it aside, put this aside, and bring this forward. Do we have time? Yeah. Oh my gosh. That would be really funny. That would be a funny project when a little McDonald's sketch. Hey, if it gives me an excuse to cosplay Jinx, I'll do it. Oh, yay, Evo Leia. I'm glad that you're enjoying watching the progress of everything and you like seeing it. Good. Good, good, good. I know, can you imagine this started off as a roll of foam of just plain white foam that doesn't look like anything special at all. That's what it started off as. I think that's something else that I just love so much about cosplay is like so much of it is something made from nothing. And when I mean nothing, it's like it's just like, oh, it's just foam and paint and but here's this super cool character brought to life. I think it's so cool. I love it. It's looking so good. Yeah. Sorry if I'm getting a little too excited over this. And that reminds me too, I still need to find little objects to make these props rattle because I want them to rattle. Sorry, I just kind of really got into the zone. Just really got into the zone painting this. Also, I'm not gonna lie, since it's towards the end of today's stream, I started running all the lists in my head of all the things I need to get done. Yeah. It'll be okay though. I always manage. I do. I always manage to figure everything out and everything always turns out a-okay. Yes, dancing dinosaurs. I like the dancing dinos. almost done with the silver. And judging by the time, I think once I finish the silver on this top half, I will call it a stream there. Yeah, I'm really happy with how these are turning out. I think they're turning out really, really cute. There we are. Now, am I running out of silver paint? I think I'm actually running out of silver paint on my palette. What's left on the palette is like starting to dry. See, acrylic dries so fast. It's already drying. I'm gonna get up a little bit more. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. I just hope too that the person I'm doing the commission for, she likes them. I mean, she seemed happy with them so far. So hopefully. She likes the paint job on them. But I am doing them exactly the same that I did for mine that I have. So I'm thinking it should be okay. Because I'm not changing anything. I'm doing them the same. Except for the graffiti art. That's going to be... I'm going to do each one unique. Because I think it's more fun that way. That's how Jinx has them. Is that each one's a little different. And I want some uniqueness around these guys, you know? I don't want them to be exactly the same. I want some kind of, no two are exactly the same. It's kind of how it is with my cosplay animal ears, you know? Same with the horns, too. I'll make sets, like, of horns similar, or even ears similar, but they're not going to be exactly the same. Oh yeah, and then the little bolts. Can't forget about these little guys. No, absolutely not. There we go. Hey, Blood! Hi, Blood. How you doing? Aw, thank you, Blood. Thank you for all the love and support. I appreciate it. It keeps me motivated. Just gonna do a little second layer on these speakers right here. There we go. Alrighty, so unfortunately, don't have time to do the copper, but that's okay. Still made really, really good progress today. I'm really happy with the progress made. I'm liking how these are turning out. Look what they look like from before and after, like the little side by side. Here, I'll move this palette out of the way. It's not taking up view, but yeah. Before and after. Whoop. Ah! As I knock it over. Before and after, and before and after. It makes a difference. It really does. And I just really like how these are turning out. I think they're turning out super cool and made good progress today. Well, thank you. Aw. Thank you, Evo Leia. Thank you. Oh, nice. Yeah. Hey, if you feel the motivation, I say go for it. Do it. Yeah, like do some drawing, do some painting on live stream. Absolutely. Heck yeah. Especially if you're feeling the motivation. Like when you feel super inspired, that's the best time to create. Nah, I'm glad you're doing good, Blood. I'm doing pretty good too. I got a lot on my plate, a lot of shows to prepare for, but all good things, so I can't really complain. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for today and hanging out with me, seeing the process now. Like, what do y'all think? Oil wash? It's pretty easy. Yeah, and the look that it gets. So, that is how you oil wash paint cosplay props. Oh my gosh. Aw, thank you, Win. Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful day as well. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you tomorrow, the same time, where most likely I'll take place where I left off. Most likely I'll continue painting these booms or maybe work on some animal ears. We'll see. We'll see. Aw, thank you, Nacho. Thank you. You're awesome as well. Mwah. Alrighty, everyone. See you next time. See ya on Wednesday. Bye.